It all began the day Zech caught his crush getting groped at a high school party. Zech wasn't having any of this. He made a smart move by just walking out the house. He got in his car and drove off. Zech was cruising down the street, bumping into Tommy Wright III. He wanted to keep his mind off from what just happened. He was cruising for a long period of time, listening to old Memphis music. He wanted to be a gangsta about it. Then he saw a short thing in his peripheral vision. It was little Gune himself. Zech couldn't fight the urge to help one another. He honked his horn at Gune. Gune looked at Zech, glanced behind what appears to be a tent. I assume it's where he lives. He looked at Zech again and walked to his car. He got in and they clapped each other up. Gune greeted himself. Zech explained what just happened and how he was feeling. Gune gave Zech some life advice. This advice inspired Zech to not give up and keep moving forward. Zech will later in the future get Gune's advice tattooed. Meanwhile, Zech was driving to his crib. First thing they did was smoke a big blunt together. They were talking about the heat death of the universe and how one day it might happen. Gune then brought up how monkeys have hair by choice, how monkeys have the power to grow hair when they want to. This shocked Zech to the core. He was laid back frozen, staring at the ceiling. Zech wasn't feeling the mood, so he turned on the LED lights to feel like they're inside a vaporwave spaceship. Zech brought up how space is large time zone bubbles. There are over millions of time zone bubbles. It could be the reason why aliens haven't came yet, because they are millions of years away from us. This blew Gune's mind so hard, he got his Turtle Beach gaming headsets and started rapping on his phone. This made Zech happy because he didn't expect Gune to rap. Zech told Gune he rapped too. Then they made the most legendary song of all time. It was called Going Crazy on My Fleshlight. I Lost One of My Balls. This song had a deep meaning to it. It was about conformists, governments, parents, trolls, and haters to fuck off. This was the most influential song of the decade. I couldn't stop bumping to this shit in my whip because I connect with it on a spiritual level. This song was a cure for depression for me. All I did before this song was smoke weed, jerk off, sleep, repeat, nothing else. Gune and Zech were proud of what they made. They smoked another blunt in celebration and played Sonic Heroes on his GameCube. This was the beginning of their strong bond. Then they started talking about the hardest thing they ever dealt with. Gune started it with the death of his homie OG Steezer. It was a car accident and Gune was driving. Then he fell asleep, then crashed into a daycare. It opened a hole into the daycare, revealing a class full of kids. Steezer had a lit blunt in his mouth. This crash sent him flying into the class and lighting the whole place on fire, killing 54 and injuring 140. Steezer died not due to the crash nor fire, but a heart attack mid-air. Lil Gune hasn't slept right ever since. This story made Zech really depressed. Zech then told his story about how he saw the ghost of his dad shaming him for using a fleshlight and mocking him for losing his left testicle. This story makes Zech cry every time he remembers it. Gune comforted Zech by hugging him. Then they started making out and fulfilling each other's desires. Then when Zech climaxed, they took a bath together and continued to watch some TV afterwards. They fell asleep while cuddling. Zech never knew he was gay, neither did Gune. That's how strong their bond were. This felt right for Zech. It felt right doing it with his homeboy. The sun rises. Zech starts getting ready for work. Gune was drinking black coffee and asked Zech where he works. Zech said he works as an Instagram live dancer. He dances in front of his camera for 8 hours straight while people watch him. He makes 6 figures a year. Gune babysits his nephew. He sees him as his own son. This relationship would last for 20 years. Lots of amazing memories with each other. That was the beginning. Now this is how it all folds. Zech was on his way to pick up Gune. In the meantime, Gune was praying to an alien dictator named Xenu. Gune is a Scientologist, and Scientologists see Xenu as evil, but Gune sees him as a good guy. Xenu removed the powerful nature of humans for a reason. This reason is unknown. Maybe humans would rip up the fabric of space. Who really knows? Zech pulled up to his crib. Zech was honking Gune to hurry. Gune felt threatened by Zech. He felt dark energy coming from Zech. Gune lunged at Zech. Zech was very confused, but he knew what was happening because he used to be in the army, so he had major training. Zech kicked Gune right in the face. Gune groaned in pain, but then scratched Zech's face. This made Zech very angry. Zech let out a war cry and started beating the shit out of Gune. He was beating, kicking, and spitting at Gune for like 2 minutes. Gune was on the floor curled up crying. Then Zech left and went back to his crib. Zech felt sad, angry, confused. He was pissed off, so he did 100 push-ups. He took a nice shower, then took a nap. He woke up to the sound of an iMessage notification. His friend told him Gune made a diss track on him. He sent Zech the link. Zech gave it a listen. He fucked with it, but he was hurt. He didn't understand why Gune hated him, but he made a diss track back. This started the iconic rivalry between Little Gune and Zech Strumsky. There was a time they bumped into each other at CVS, and the fight turned into a bloodbath, and then it turned into a riot. Everyone was fighting each other, punching, kicking, slapping, and pissing on each other. The cops came and dropped a big-ass flash grenade, making everyone in the riot temporarily blind, except Zech and Gune. They were powered by rage. The cops broke them up, pulling them away from each other as they were still trying to kill each other. Zech and Gune both got 6 years in the penitentiary. Zech became a pod boss and Gune was a lone wolf, yet still respected by the trannies. They did their time. This time matured Zech and changed him into a better person. Gune was released 9 months before Zech. Zech went to go meet Gune and end this 3-year-long rivalry, but instead he was greeted by his mother, then told him that Lil Gune committed suicide. He stabbed himself with a katana in the stomach and instantly died with his face flat on the floor. He left a note saying, "I have lived a wonderful life, but it is time to go. Zeno needs me. I can operate with him when I'm dead. Trust me, this is for the better. I love you, Mom. I'm sorry I got you wrapped up in my convinced everybody's my brother and sister phase. And tell Zech he can rot for all I care. He was a pussy-ass nigga who gave dark energy. I can't fuck with people like that. Farewell." Zech was hurt that Gune still didn't forgive him, but Zech did. He went to his gravestone. Gune's gravestone said,
"They never said how to feed your family. They said, make sure to feed your family."
Zech had a tear running down his cheek and started rubbing his eyes. He dropped the mixtape they made together in front of his grave. The rivalry was over. Gune didn't get a chance to see it end. Zech walked into the sunset, never to be seen. Zech moved to Colorado and now has a family. Zech wished things were different, but that's the way life goes. Nothing else you can do but move on.